Hello, 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 everyone, everyone, everyone. This is a new little intro for you. Let me Jamie's podcast, and I did post the link to that. So let me know if you can hear me. That's the first thing, and then I will do the disclaimer, fun stuff. Just put a one if you can hear me. Thank you, Annie. Very good, very good, very good. Okay. Let me get over here. Let me do this. I should have been in the right spot. Here we go. Here we go.
Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing.
All right. So Tuesday's wild day for me, but I'm going to get into this. I didn't want to skip another week. Um, I want to say Confessions of a Female Founder with Meghan is delivering as I had hoped, just like Archetypes did. Today's episode a little bit more emotional, and I think for a variety of different reasons. Last week is very it had a little triggers because during COVID everybody shut down businesses, etc. So but I enjoyed the fortitude of these two women and their strength, their resilience, and their success. I mean, Jamie, I had seen the commercials. I don't know how many times for her cosmetics, highbrow. Hopefully, we'll see the same thing. And one day she will sell out to one of these large corporations for billions of dollars, too. That's putting that in the atmosphere. All right. So, let me see. Oh, Church Nelly, we're with you. I wish we could be there with you, have some, popsicles and talk to you and make you laugh. But hopefully we'll be able to make you laugh as you're, you know, that time to go by a little quicker. So serious prayers for you, Church Nelly. Let me see. Okay. Thank you all for putting ones in here as well in the chat. So let me star that. Okay, so highbrow hippie. I don't even know, like black owned, starting from where she started and not being given the opportunity. So just I just love her energy. So, for those who are not aware, hopefully you've listened to the episode. So, Candy Lee, one of the two founders, was the one that spoke with Megan, is friends with Megan. Now, I want to know how things are going with whoever this mystery person she mentioned that, yeah. Anyway, so Highbrow Hippie was created to fill a void, of course. It seems that when it comes down to whether it's cosmetics or hair care, um, we're seen as the last ones in line. Like, you don't really need it, and why are you concerned? And why do you need all this additional because your hair doesn't take the coloring or colors or etc. that a majority of others do. I'm trying to be very nice about things. Okay. So have any of you tried the products, Highbrow Hippie? Because Megan was an Angel VC venture capital investor, and here's a picture of uh, Candy Lee on the right, and Mika Harris is on the left, the founders of the very successful business. So it just is amazing, you come in and you have to have that vision for your life. Um, because the thing that I see between the two women, because I listened to both episodes, one to refresh my mind from last week, and then to listen to Jamie's, which was new to today. And it's really speaking to the universe and believing in self, and even taking the steps to do what it takes to make that come to fruition. So yeah, was very, very interesting. I wish l- these ladies much success. Business is really taken off, and you know, I'm very happy for them. So um, today's episode was with Jamie Lee, Lord, Jamie Kern Lima, and all the times that I have seen her on commercials and never once knew there was any connection back to Megan, but you know, neighbor, she did put that out. Heard that. So very close with each other. I believe she's even had children or a child via surrogacy, and it was during the vid times that that was occurring. But uh, when people try to go at Megan for certain things, it's like you don't know who in life has been through it and then comes through it. So I'm looking forward to listening to the full episode of that she interviewed Megan. First time Megan Megan is in her very sweet, kind, fu, don't care what you're feeling and saying, and there were very tough moments that they shared as far as Jamie's podcast, some very real moments. But I'm loving that Megan's like not trying to live up to nobody's expectations and don't care really what others that don't know her think. So mm. If you listen to the podcast via the link that I dropped in the chat, please don't read the comments. I was scrolling through and I'm like, I wish um, those that work on Jamie's podcast had just, turned comments off because, the crazies are out in full force. Anyway, It Cosmetics, to go from no, 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 no for years, even being told to her face that because of her shape and having rosacea, and that's really where it came into her creating a product line that just kind of does it all for all skin tones, different situations that you might be experiencing. But um, to become, she's a self-made billionaire, her husband, and she tells the story of them getting that SBA loan again, different banks saying no, and they needed that in order to get on QVC. A lot of times you think you see people on QVC or HSN, they probably have the same similar business model, and you think, oh my gosh, look at them. They've sold out all this stuff, but not knowing what they have to do and hope that people connect with them and are buying the products because they said like if you're not hitting certain targets within like a minute they'll you get 10 minutes, but if they don't see that really happening in that first minute, they'll just bottom you out and off you go. It's almost like at the Apollo, the guy with the hook take you right on off. Yeah. So she had a different experience, but it was a true testament of walking in faith. Her sitting in the car and she you know having that moment alone with spirit God and truly not bowing to what the pressures were because she wanted to present all different types of women as well as skin, and she stuck to that and it wound up paying off in the long run. So that was her goal, that was her mission. And so this is a picture of her as she is not ashamed to show her face, um, rosacea, and just basically showing how the makeup does wonders for those that do struggle with that. So I just thought it was really, really interesting. Yeah. So here's some pictures that were posted. Her and her neighbor and friend, Megan. And this is Megan sitting down to do her first podcast. Baron, should you get an interview? I hope that you will let me know. I really, okay. Okay. I'm speaking that into existence. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Okay. But Megan's natural, like no makeup. I mean, usually her makeup look is a natural-ish look. So it's making the crazies go absolutely bonkers. They're going bonkers. Okay. So as you know, um, usually I don't have a treat. I have a baby Deranger treat because I happened to see this morning and I was crying. Baby Deranger is very upset, but you wait till what Baby Deranger did. That really took me completely out. So Baby Deranger, how dare she force us to go to IG and view videos of her multi-million dollar property? Her wealth is a slap in the face of those who bow to a family that wears diamond encrusted crowns and ride around in golden carriages. Her life is unfairly charmed. His Majesty the King must remove their titles. So, Baby Deranger is taking swings, doing that, doing this. And I just was like, oh my, what did Baby Deranger, you know, what what else could Baby Deranger say? So Baby Deranger, now this was I think this was the 26th, so this was a couple of days ago. And then yeah, today, Baby Deranger, again, going through this whole thing. Because as you see, the podcasts are just taking them on tailspins. How dare she do the two podcasts in one week? Now she's forcing us to spend extra time listening to her. Doesn't she know we have other things to do? It's ridiculous, but she's compelling. I bet she doesn't even mention our real royals. She's so heedless. His Majesty the King must remove all titles. So someone came in and replied, "Oh baby, let me tell you so that you can you can, have a tantrum. Two, for one, she watches Bridgerton, but not The Crown. Let me tell you something. Here comes Baby Deranger talking about Bridgerton. Is DEI. I had to contain myself this morning. I was like, "Oh yeah, Baby Deranger's on one." And see, I was like, "This is great to know that Church Nelly's listening, because yeah, there you go, Church Nelly." Now, in response to the other Baby Deranger post that I had, this is probably what led to. I saw this out on that X app. So a Deranger posted, genuinely getting sick and tired of Megan shoving her multi-million dollar property in my face every Sunday via her Instagram story like we get it. You're rich. You have 18 bathrooms. We don't need to continuously see your mega mansion. I know. I'm poor. Glad life is so easy for you. Now, anyone on Instagram and you have seen either as ever or Megan posting pictures, she's not showing the house. She's not in the house. If she's in the house, you're only seeing a very small um frame of anything. And usually it's in the kitchen that they're in. And so no, she's not pushing her lifestyle, but it just kills folks to know that she is wealthy. And she was wealthy before she even met Harry. You know, their wealth together is making wealth upon wealth upon wealth. Eat your hearts out, crazies. Okay, that's really all that because I try to keep it limited to what I do, but I wanted to really talk to you all about these episodes. If you've listened to Jamie Kern Lima's podcast to hear the conversation that really had both of them emotional and yeah, man, the memoir, I don't care what she says. Please write it, Megan. I fell out laughing when I heard that because I was like, "Ooh, somebody's been listening to me." I know that is probably not even happening, but anyway. Hey, Divine, how are you? All right, let me go up because there's enough of you that I probably could. So, Karen, hello. Annie B, hello. Kat, hello. Angela S, hello. Lorna Joan. Let me see. I feel like I'm on that romper room. Was that what it was? And she looked through the mirror. Hey, Navi. I see Navi. I see Annie G. Let me see. Church Nelly. I see Gwen D. I see Lottie. Let me see. Who else is here? Scrolling down. Oh, I see Divine Seven. Mhm. Kat, thank you for the message. Thank you for 36 months of membership. Kat is saying, I have HH oil. Oh, highbrow hippie oil and supplement. I'll review in 1 to 2 months. Ooh, very nice. I can't wait to hear. I can't wait to hear. That will be very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. Okay. And Lottie's saying, please don't forget to keep us in prayer. My nephew is holding on. He is in hospice. His mother is still with him. Okay. Definitely, we have not forgotten about you. We will. Yes, we will. Um, L Fish Tanks, thank you so much for stopping in and thank you for the thumbs up. I appreciate it. I do appreciate it. Let me come on down a little bit more. Just want to be able to shout out folks. Nora, the Stock Explorer. How are you, Nora? I hope you're well. Thanks for being in here. Let me see. Lorna says Jamie sold her It Cosmetics company to to L'Oreal Cosmetics, for a hefty amount. And kudos to her. You remember we heard on other podcasts that, don't hold on for so long. Usually it should be about what, 7, 8 years, and then you kind of move on to the next, or, that was Bumble. And yeah, it's just I'm happy. I'm happy that sometimes I wish I was back in my 20s and could hear these podcasts and really stay focused and rev my eyesight and keep my vision board in front of me and stick to it and really make it come. But, I'm much older now and life is somewhat what I had dreamed. But yeah, I know the power of the tongue. Watch what you say about yourselves. Okay. All right. Annie G, I use it concealer and foundation for years. Why do you start this off like that? I'm old, so I find it fills in fine lines without cracking. It's creamy but not heavy or greasy. I love them. Oh, good. See, there we have a squatty review right on the spot. Boom. Thank you for that, Annie G. Thank you for that. Joan is saying here, Harry, love Megan so much. Ha 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 ha. Well. Mhm. Well, we know she loves him too, drives folks crazy, but nevertheless, thank you for the love that you dropped on me, Joan. May it be returned unto you 1,000,000,000 times over. I have to get to my spot, but I'm going to play this for you. Here you go. You're making it rain, 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 rain down on me. Mwah. Thank you, thank you, thank you so very much, Joan. I so appreciate you. All right, let me come back to comments. Come up. And let me see who else is. Hey, Compton Callie, how you doing? I think I've. Oh, hi, Rosanna S. Yes, Carol Lowe, how are you? Marsha, Lola Love, Janice G. Okay, hold on, let me see. Marsha saying, hey, all, I bet there's a reason why Jamie hasn't turned the comments off, maybe doing a case study of crazy Megan hate. I left a supportive comment and wish a sucker would come for me. Ha, me too. I did too. It's just kind of telling them the comments here, just, yo. Yeah. Anyway, that was So if they come, they come, but it is something to behold. I mean, knowing her Jamie spirit that you pick up on, she's just, oh, love, peace. I'm sure she is aware of what must come when being supportive of Megan, but those that are leaving those kind of crazy comments, but then get upset, as I saw on the X app. You're a racist for trying to shut down my. This one person said my freedom of speech, but yet they live in the UK. Make up your mind which country you want to be in and what laws you want to fall under, because you're relaying one thing and then claiming that they're as dark as Doria. We don't speak that way. So, to any hater that listens to this, please don't imply that you are something that you're not, because by you implying that you are something, you're usually not. Okay. And everybody should pick up on what I meant. Moving on. Lola says, Lottie, I'm glad the haters are now seeing that Megan has a whole lot of smart, wealthy business women as close friends. Right. We're a Kitty's friends, child. They're still doing their back work. Okay. Let me behave because it is Talk Tuesday. Let me behave. Y'all gonna get me into dragon mode. Hi, Cookies and Cream, my man. And my boss is here too. Hi, Cookies and Cream, my manager. How are you? Hi, Mrs. S, the boss. How you doing? Hmm. Hello, VS Speaks. Hello, family. I'm listening at work. Oh, yes. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Let me let me continue down in this comments. I'm patiently, and that's a loose term, right? Patiently waiting for the electrician, I guess you can say. Our oven went out, like it's not heating all the way. So if you put it on 375, it feels like maybe 210. I'm like, come on now. 5 years? Come on now. So they gave me a window 12 to 5. Guess what time they'll probably show up? But that's fine because I'm able to get this done, chat it up with y'all without the whole day going by. And then I miss out on another week. So let me drive safely, Cookies and Cream. I don't know if it's safe to listen to me when you're driving, but okay. Compton Callie says, why in the F is she on Megan's IG watching? Make that make sense. Exactly. There were comments squad within the comment of the person that posted it, just saying nobody's forcing these people to follow like we I'll speak for me. I don't follow any social media of them there, over there, and that family behind them golden gates, because Harry nor Meghan are attached to them social media wise. When they were working royals, there you go. Because until they had their own house, mhm, they were sitting under the social media of Sway and the absent lady. But since when that split occurred, of course, with the comments not being turned off, it was hard to really enjoy their content. Now we can enjoy it because comments are off. Mhm. But they feel like they're being forced to watch. There's articles that have been written. Harper's Bazaar, as well as a few others, wrote comments and articles on this particular podcast this week, last week, and people just, it's as if they're forced to listen. Nobody's forced you to listen. I look forward to her posting. And sometimes I'm like, Megan, did I just see this? I'm like, oh, she's giving us more. Now, when she posted the pictures of the kids, people were losing their minds. Just understand. And one squatty was like, I thought you said she didn't have any kids. Honey, it's just, yeah, that certain app over there can get people, my gosh, today. So, Um, yeah, it's kind of cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Gwen says the trolls are too stupid to to stroll on. Yeah, but that's where they get their life. I really believe that they're jollies, and I won't get too fresh with my language, but they get off on posting crazy, asinine, hateful stuff. Roseanne is saying, yes, it was great. I enjoyed it. Hey, Bright Eyes, how are you? Hello, all. Woohoo, caught alive. Yes, I have to, y'all know how it is during the week. Mrs. S says, okay, those ignoramus numpties complained about Megan not doing her show from her own kitchen. Now they are complaining about her supposedly showing too much of her house. Right. Pick a lane, stay in it. Mm, I know they have whiplash because they give us whiplash on the changing of the narrative every single time. Hello, Katie. How are you? Let's see. Lottie is saying, what's wrong with them? Megan never asks them old jealous. Ooh, Lottie. MF to watch her. So why are they crying about? Because they have nothing else, and that's how they build their content. Already, um, I saw 2 channels, like, when I have the page open to listen to the remainder of Jamie's podcast and to see on the side where they recommend, and there were 2 channels that were already mocking. I just do not hit the 3 dots, do not recommend channel, and keep it moving. I don't need to watch this shit. Alright, let me go on. Hi, C, how are you? Good to see you. Gwen is saying Mrs. S, absolutely, they're stupid. They have nothing else going on in life, and maybe they need to get a little thrill in life. I'm just saying. Mrs. S, too busy to do anything individual. Sure. Um, Annie B, thank you for 37 months of membership. It's been a great ride with my squatty family. Yes, it has been quite interesting, I must say. Hopefully, I have not missed anyone. And I apologize if I have to this point. Ian, good afternoon to you. I hope you are well. Sylvia F. Let me see who else. Just kind of scrolling, saying hi and reading comments as I go. This is says early today. I saw a short on YouTube of Chris Rock talking smack about our mega. Oh Lord. Okay. It was a great reminder of why I despise that bridge looking troll. My God, today. So, how ironic that Good Hair was on HBO and I happened to cross it. I like to have sound of the TV in the background while I'm working. And yeah, Chris Rock. His voice is annoying to me. It always has been, even in stand up. I can only take but so much. But I even had a thought. I hope you have not said anything about Megan. Here I go reading this. Yeah. Mm. Okay. He, he'll find out like others. Go ahead and talk if you want to, and you're going to find what? Okay. Lorna says, Mrs. says, Rock had his own Megan and his ex wife, and he cheated on her. Child. Overinflated ego for sure. And yeah. The bridge troll is truly, now that's all I'm going to see in him. Okay. Marshall is saying, I love how Megan puts in digs on saying how much H loves her and they will forever be married. Also, I hollered when she said he was a fox and handsome because we know his brother is not. True. You have to be quick and catch those little jabs, jabs here and there. She is a Cali gal. Now, if I find out that Megan can crip walk, I will be so, I don't know, I'm going to be giddy beyond measure. Okay. And then want her to teach me how to do it. Okay, here we go. Hey Kay, how are you? Good to see you. Let me see. You said Mrs. S. I saw it last month and I thought to myself, where is Will Smith when we need that slap? Yeah, he needs a big one. He needs to leave black women alone. And that's how Megan has identified herself. Okay. So before anybody comes in the comments with some stupid, just keep it to yourself. All right. I wish he had slapped them a little harder, made them eyes roll. I'm just saying. All right. Angie is saying if I can click on it, here we go. Mrs. S, I'm so glad Will Smith smacked that man. E and the comedian, Chris Rock, the comedian that, yeah, well, while comedians say things for the laugh, for the shock, for whatever, they should also be able to handle when it comes back at them. Now, you know, he should not open his mouth again on any other woman of color. The way Will Smith tried to take his face and put it across 5,000 stages, which was a whole different discussion. And I'm glad at least Will, in whatever manner, not that he needed to work, but he's working and doing what he wants to do and has overcome that bullshit. Okay, here we go. Jones says that's okay. The Sussex squad will handle those nut jobs. Sure. I wanted to just kind of block. At least I know who the crazies are, but in the comments, of course, you have to be that content creator to block. I couldn't get to the block, and I wasn't going to comment under anybody's because I was tempted. Mrs. S says, Lorna, Malik married the bridge troll before he had money and plastic surgery, so I give her her flowers, child. And probably didn't think he would be one of those, and he wound up being one of those. Ian is saying, Annie G, yes. You answered you answered the question I was going. Oh, I guess you answered the question I was going to ask. Thanks. Tier, how are you? Good to see you. Um, Compton Cali, did I say hello to you? Because I don't remember. But hello. All right. Karen W, hello. Let's see. It was a great podcast today. I was hanging on every word. This alone can be a movie or series. Yes. hmm There are other things, good things coming that I do look forward to, whatever it may be. Connie Palmer, how are you? Good to see you. All right. Joan is saying Chris Rock is a little pipsqueak. Woo! Y'all are having a good time right now. Let me see, Marsha. Like a good friend, Jamie got digs in there too, as she commented on how beautiful Meg looked without makeup and dressed in a sweatsuit. Yes. We women know how to dig on each other when warranted. Kate. Oh, she's going to get her digs in when she can. Oh, you're so bad. You're so bad. Mrs. S says, Gwen, the bride troll had plastic surgery. Oh, God. Oh, the bridge troll had plastic surgery, but when he look in the mirror, he still sees ugly him. He mad that Megan or Jada would not look at him cross-eyed. Child. Mm, it's the voice. I'm sorry. At least for me, it's the voice. Sometimes you can look past, Mm. Lottie says that's why Will Smith slapped the S out of Chris Rock. Sure. Um, Eon is saying, Marshall, when Duchess Megan said her husband was a fox, I hollered, go Megan, shout it out. Shout out Fox he is indeed, child. That's letting all the women know. She knows. Hims is not going into well. Okay, y'all can try your little tricks, but he don't want none. Mm-mm-mm. He doesn't. All right. Just had to check something really quickly. Tier, you're like me. I have very low tolerance for Chris Rock. Me too. But it's just so wild that I thought that, and then to have this, and then that comment be said, and it's just saying that. I'm like, what? Oh, whatever. Most men need to just shut their mouths when it comes down to if it's not your wife, and really you need to be mindful of what you say about your wife. But if it's not your wife, just shut up. Move on. Move on. Kevin Gates, move on. Okay, go get your two phones that have working common sense. Angela has said, Mrs. VS, I love the way Megan talked about Harry, Archie, and Lilibet. Yes. hmm It drives the crazies. Just their comments alone, they're not either. Mind you, you gave the view because once you go in and the video starts, even if you hit stop, you've already given a view. To leave a comment, you're engaging. And so, yeah, that's what YouTube wants to see. So you putting crazy asinine stuff under any particular live stream or premiere, Video, yeah. You've already given them the engagement that they needed. Let me see. Mrs. S says, "VS speaks. Sorry, but I can't look past that bridge troll's ugliness. Everything about him is ugly." Will. I'm just gonna leave that alone. I concur. Okay. Told you once he would open his mouth, I'm like, no. Joan says, "So where is Sophia now? She's not trying to get in between Harry and Meghan anymore." Lord. I don't know. She's probably hiding out to the next check drops. Okay, did I say that out loud? Lord have mercy. Let me go because I need to go because y'all are getting me going. All right, Mrs. S says Megan dropped pearls on those. Okay. You said, what is that? What is that? Is that cat emojis? It's hard to see the emojis, especially once I hit the thing, but okay, I'm gonna take it. That's what it is. I'm going to say cat. I'm not going to say the other word that you might have intended, Mrs. S. I do love you, though. All right. Marshar saying Chris Rock is nothing. He's looking for new material by um, poking at the Sussex squad. Ignore his ass until he crosses the line. Notice he doesn't talk about Beyonce or Taylor Swift, at least not long. Well, because that's their squads, those hives will just what? Okay. But see, squatties can do the same too. Just ask some folks. Okay. Um, Tea Tree, how are you? Let's see. Joan, Sophie doesn't have what it takes to get between Harry and Meghan. Nobody does. Let's just put it out there. He told somebody that had a similar look as Meghan. You remember the woman in Australia? I think it was Australia, who tried to say, "Hey, look at me," or New Zealand. "Hey, look at me. I look just like your wife." And he told her to her face, "There's only one woman that looks like her," and he pointed to her, and that's her. I think Harry might have really had went off if there wasn't a whole lot of cameras around, but whoo, I was like, y'all need to leave trying to tempt or what. He ain't interested. Okay. The vows that they took even before the big to do wedding, because some of y'all just lose your minds when you think of them exchanging private vows. Like people don't do that. People do that all the time. People do it all the time and live their vows. Live the vows. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay. Let me come over here. All right. Let me just take a look. I think I've gotten through everything. Hi, Sharon S. How are you? Uh, Joyce A. How are you? Veronica Q. How you doing? Um, Sylvia F. Chris Rock speaks lowly about black women. What a negative example for his two daughters who look like it. Yeah. Okay. On that note, because I'm gonna behave myself and get up off of here. Uh-oh, my boss has spoken with some spoken word. Let me see. Thank you very much for the love, Mrs. S, my boss. You said I just had to lose my religion. Oop, on a for talking shit about our Megan. Why do they make me lose my religion? Well, because it's just something that we all have to go through. And sometimes that's what they needed to set them straight. I told y'all how I go. It's just I can go from 0 to 1,000. And right now, I'm just going to say this, and then I will be ending the live stream. Oh, let me just say thank you, thank you, thank you to my boss. Thank you so much for the love that you dropped on me. May be returned unto you 1,000,000,000 times over. This is for you.
You're making it rain, 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 rain down on me.
Thank you again, Mrs. S. Okay, so what I was going to say, um, you know, people doing the stuff to nudge and get at you, and I go 0 to 1,000. I'm gonna say it politely. I've got my eye on Dr. Shola because now I've seen two posts from her regarding the situation that is truly outside of Harry and Meghan's control, one involving the Centabali and one involving Archwell Foundation. I have got my eye on her. and I really don't want to breed her, but I've got my eye on her. Either you stand with them and you understand and leave Lamar's lyrics out of it. Don't you call those two colonizers, okay? All right, now Sylvia went and dropped something. Sylvia, thank you so much for the love that you've dropped on me. May it be returned into you 1,000,000,000 times over. See, I'm going to start getting into stuff I don't need to. This is for you.
You're making it rain, 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 rain down on me. Mwah.
Thank you so very much. All right, that is it. Let me just come over here. Again, thank you to those that have dropped some love on me. Truly, may it be turned into you 1,000,000,000 times over, Church Nelly. Many prayers are with you as you're going through the infusion. Hopefully, you had some laughs and enjoyed Baby the Ranger. Um, or when you're listening later on, if you're not listening now. So, thank you all for joining and me misbehaving a little bit here and there, But love you all. Please take care of yourselves. Please keep Lottie's family and all of the squatties, etc., in prayer. And we shall be talking hopefully Saturday for Sussex Saturday. All right. Love you all. Bye.